Hey everyone, it's Brian from Strigler Photography. So, if you've been following my work, if you've looked at my website, if you've read any of my blog posts, whatever, you've probably realized that I am pretty into Flash. I have a pretty strong love for it, if you want to say. Whatever, that's kind of weird. But, so over the years, I have been using a bunch of different flashes. I feel like I've jumped from one system to another system to another system. And it's always been like a constant search for the system that's going to work, the one that's going to fix all of my problems, the one I'm actually going to be able to use and love and not have anything go wrong with it. So in the past, I've had lots of things. Sometimes I've had issues with the batteries dying, so they use AA batteries and all of a sudden it's dead and I have to go try and find another set of AA batteries to put in there. Other times it'll be the flash just isn't powerful enough, so I'll be in a dark situation, I'll fire it off at full power and still it's not quite strong enough to do what I want. Other times I've had issues with flashes that just don't recycle fast enough, so I'm trying to bam, take some shots, and after like one, maybe two shots, it's not keeping up with me. And sometimes with that, I've even had the flash turn off, trying to protect itself from overheating or whatever the issue. But so with all of that, I've changed a lot. I keep switching, keep trying to buy the best thing to get whatever it is that's going to work. And I switched again and changed pretty much all of my flash gear about, I want to say, anywhere from 6 months to a year ago. And I'm not even using Nikon flashes anymore. So I shoot Nikon, and I own two SB910s, which are great flashes, but I don't even use them anymore. So I've actually switched completely over to the Flashpoint brand from Adorama. It's also branded as this other, like if you don't buy it through Adorama, it's got a different name, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But anyway, I have now switched over, and I've actually got 3 different types of Flashpoint flashes that I use. And I use them for different situations, and I've really grown to like them. So I'm going to run through those. I'm going to talk about kind of what's great about them, and I'm going to try and do it quickly. So this one is the Zoom Lion, I guess. And this is what I've used to replace my speed lights. So I have this on camera a lot of the times. I'll also use it off camera. And this is the least powerful of the flashes I own. And there have been some situations where the flash has not been powerful enough, but I would still say it's at least on par with the Nikons, and maybe even a little bit more powerful. And the recharge sometimes does have issues, but again, I still feel like it's at least as good or not better than what I was using before. Okay, so that is what I use mainly on camera, sometimes off camera, depending on the situation. The next one I bought is actually a lot bigger. So this is the Evolve 200, and so you can guess the 200 actually has to do with the amount of watts. So this is a 200 watt flash, pretty big, pretty thick thing. So this thing is heavy. There's no way you can put this, well, there's no real easy way you would put this on top of your camera, and it's not made for that. This is made for off-camera flash, and it works really well. It's got some pretty cool adapters and stuff built in, so it's got a grid, it's got barn doors, you can also put gels in here. A lot of cool stuff with it, but extremely powerful, very fast on the recycle. I use this mainly for receptions where people are dancing and I'm needing to fire a lot of shots pretty rapid, and I've really enjoyed using these. Now the third one I don't actually have with me, and it's gigantic, and it's basically my studio type strobe. So this is what I use when I'm wanting to have a lot of power, when I'm outside trying to overpower the sun, maybe if I'm in studio doing that kind of stuff. And wow. and now I'm trying to remember what it's called. It'll come to me eventually. But it is a 600 watt flash, and it's a big old hunking thing, so it's like this big. And the cool thing about it is, so you can add modifiers. So I usually use the Westcott pop-up Octa. Again, I'm trying to remember the names of it. It's just, I can't remember right this second. But I love that thing. I've used it for a lot of outdoor portraits. It's amazing. One other cool thing about this, I will say, is I have an adapter, and basically you plug 2 of these into it, and then you can attach modifiers to the front of it. So it would just be like the bigger strobe, but you have 2 of these attached to it. And I've used that in some situations as well. So I've already kind of talked about all of these as far as what I use them for and their power and the recharge. But one of the main reasons I started getting away from Nikon, as I mentioned earlier, is I hate dealing with AA batteries. It's annoying. I hate having to charge them. I hate having to like fiddle with 4 of them. They don't last very long. Then they eventually die. It's really annoying. So the first thing I noticed was these things don't use AA batteries. They have battery packs. So it's only one thing I have to handle. It's really easy. And these things last forever. I want to say, I think on what it says on the actual website is it's like 500 full power flashes. It may not be that much, but the point is I can go like all day with these things and it's not going to die. I'm not going to have to change batteries, and it's been great. I've never had to deal with it. The same thing with this big guy. So it's got a battery pack. Same thing. This thing can go forever, not a problem. Same thing with the other strobe, and that's amazing. To buy something similar from Pro Photo, you're looking at $2,000 for that, and I paid about $600 for this one. So you don't have any wires. You don't have to plug that one into a wall. It just goes with you, whatever. And I love that those have battery packs because it makes my life so much easier. Now, the last really cool thing about this system, they all work together. So they all have the same wireless system built into it. That means they all can work on the same frequency or whatever. So I have a transmitter, and I can control any one of those 3 flashes. I can use them all at the same time, and they just work together without any issues. And that's awesome. I love it. Also, cool thing is this can also be used as a master flash, so it can also control the other 2 systems, or the other 2 as well. So I can either use a transmitter to control all this, or I can put this on the camera and I can use it to control it as well. So you can see I've got this, I've got it set up kind of from before, so I can actually use this on my camera and control it. I will say one other really cool thing about this is there's another wireless mode. You probably can't tell. But this one will actually control my Nikon flashes as well. And I think that's crazy that they have that built into this. So I can use it to control the Flashpoints. I can use it to control the other Nikon ones. I can use this just as a speed light. A lot of options, a lot of cool stuff. All right, so I've been talking a long time about that, and I don't want to sit here and just keep talking. The point is, this is what I've switched to, and I really enjoy it. And it has basically all the things I want. And it's also, most of these things are cheaper than my Nikon version of them. Now, there are still a little few things I don't love about it, but there's always going to be something like that. But overall, this is the best system I've ever dealt with. I love it, and I'm going to continue using it, and I don't see anything changing that in the future. So if you are into flash, if you're looking for just maybe a speed light, whatever, I highly suggest you check out the Flashpoint brand by Adorama. They are awesome, and they maybe will change your life. I don't know. All right, thanks guys. Have a great one.